Next, we continue our series on restorative justice by going to Taiwan's Yunlin County, where a former arms dealer started an organic farm 4 years ago. Employing only former convicts, Wang Yuzhang wants his farm to be a halfway home, where released prisoners can adjust to society while also learning a career skill. At the same time, Wang also hopes to give some closure to the victims of their crimes. This organic farm, situated in Taiwan's Yunlin County, is staffed by former convicts, from the workers on up to the owner. It is named Gengxin, which reminds its workers to cultivate goodness and kindness in their heart, just as they cultivate their fields.
Very often a plant is simply sprouting, but the workers don't know any better and often mistake it for a weed and cut it off. It's a small price to pay for them to learn to contribute.
Most of the former convicts working here have no prior farming experience. It is no wonder they make mistakes and have to learn from the basics.
Taking trimming vines, for example, although some of the leaves may have withered, there are still a lot of new sprouts along the vine, but often workers don't take notice and just cut the whole thing off, killing off all the new buds. Of course, people make mistakes. When they do, new sprouts die. I made a few mistakes too.
The farm owner, Wang Yuzhang, doesn't mind if these mistakes affect his production. He too was once a felon, and after getting a second chance, he wants to extend the opportunity to others. However, many former convicts just tolerate manual labor. Some stay only for half a day. Even Abin, the most senior, is moving on after 7 months here. In the past 4 years since Wang Yuzhang started the farm, 36 ex-cons have passed through and learned some basic farming. Most eventually left the farm to start a new life elsewhere. Wang also uses his farm to build peace between the offenders and the victims of their crimes by hosting interactive meetings and activities along with the local prosecutor's office.
They broke the law and are facing the consequences. I do hope they will repent and become good people. Why? Well, what's done is done. My own family has been broken asunder. Nothing can change that. So at least these convicts should learn making mistakes is okay, but learn and make amends.
During the trials, both sides were confrontational and out for blood. But in a setting such as this, offenders and victims can learn to see each other differently, communicating their feelings and ease their grudges.
The violators and the violated meet for the first time outside of a court. Instead of sitting in opposite ends, they share a day farming together while cultivating goodwill. The victims are slightly comforted by the effort and transformation of the offenders, which helps them cope with their memories.
The purpose of any law is to maintain order in a society. If former convicts are treated normally and live a normal life, they're less likely to continue to offend. This should reduce overall crime rates.
At the Gengxin organic farm, not only is the land being cultivated, but so is the goodness within the former convicts who work here, along with forgiveness and redemption between the offenders and their victims. If the victims can pardon their offenders, then perhaps each one of us should also be as compassionate.